What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing light talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 208. This awesome May. This is the May. May the 4th.
This is the May.
Awesome. We're being recorded on May 3rd, but this is our May 4th celebration podcast because we got lots of going on. We couldn't be in two places at once. So anyway, with that, I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here with me.
What's up, nerds?
Grand Admiral Franz.
Hello there.
We got the one and only Fallen Fett.
Hey guys, what's up?
And as you can tell, a couple new faces for the pit and everybody, and to us. And we are huge fans of this podcast, the 1313 podcast. These guys are awesome. I feel like we're handing the torch off to them because they're the younger generation that we're always like, where are they? They're here. So we've got Jacob and Jackson joining us from 1313. Say hello, guys.
What's up, everybody?
How's everyone doing tonight?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us, in this our May 4th celebration podcast. You guys have been around for a while now, and I know you're huge toy collectors and you're huge Star Wars nerds. When I watch you guys, you're very knowledgeable about everything. I feel like I said, when we talk about us here and then everybody in the pit and everything, we feel like we're talking to ourselves, when we're getting in the same room and stuff. And I think you guys have that. Like, you guys really have that cool, Star Wars knowledgeable podcast, and you're passionate fans. You keep it positive, but you're also like passionate about your talk, So I'm going to give you guys the floor just a sec. So where can we find you guys? Where can we, see you guys, and what's your scheduling of events? Like, how does your podcast, what's your schedule?
So you can find us on pretty much any platform that you can do audio on, like Spotify, Apple Music. We go through Anchor, all that fun stuff. But we have our highest presence here on YouTube.
Yep.
And we try to upload every Thursday or Friday. Right now, it's we're up in the air. It's finals week for me. Jackson's finals week is coming up next week. We're just getting absolutely smacked in the face by work. But if you
guys
want
have
to,
lives, I got it.
Yeah, we have a little bit. But if you want to check out our channel tomorrow, we have like a really short 1 minute short film that I got to create with one of my buddies. It was for a school project, and they were like, "Oh, it has to be 1 minute, and you have to have 25 lines of dialogue." I said, "Okay, I'm doing a lightsaber fight." So I did that. I got done editing that yesterday. It's going to be live for May the 4th. So please, I'd really appreciate it if y'all could go check that out. And check out our channel at 1313 Podcast.
The link is in the description below. I made sure to put it on there.
Yeah. Also, to kind of shamelessly plug, the giveaway is ending. Well, entering is ending tonight, but on May the 4th, we're doing a Black Series giveaway of the Order 66 pack and a lot of other really cool figures. If you want to be a part of that, we have details on our Instagram to enter into that.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Again, guys, everybody in the pit, us all here, the link is in the description below to go check them out. Give them a subscription. Go get and hit like and go get a giveaway. And then I'm anxious to hear about the short film, man. That'd be awesome.
It's really refreshing to actually watch you guys, because you do come at it from a youthful perspective. That we're all old and crusty right here, so we're a little bit on the jaded side.
They are. I'm less jaded. I'm still very peppy and lovable. But yeah, the other guys are curmudgeons.
We're all very curmudgeonly. I think Ernie's probably
word of the day. Let me write that down.
Curmudgeonly, yes. I think Ernie's probably the least curmudgeonly of us all. But it's always great to log on and watch you guys do your thing, and it's fun. I like that you keep it light and you keep it fun. I wish Tommy would have been here too to say hi and hang out, but apparently he's a big shot now and has like a job. What the hell is that all about?
Yep, just started a full-time career, so he's stoked about that. So we're happy for him too. It's what he always wanted to do in life, so he's finally getting the ball rolling with that.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Brandon Epler checking in. The force is strong with these younglings. Great things ahead, I see. Message from Master Yoda. So, speaking of the pit and our Patreons, I think, Scott, it's time to get this ball rolling, shouting out our Patreons, and then heading over to the pit to see who's being digested as we speak.
You got it. So, hey, first off, to our pit members, let's give a special shout out to a couple of newbies. It's been a while here. Dennis McGrath has been around for a little while now, but I didn't do the proper I didn't do the proper graphic here. So welcome aboard, Dennis McGrath, and welcome back, Justin the Vanilla Thunder. Maybe, I don't know. Probably Justin's back. I got an email saying he's back.
I'm about to make Scott feel like a jackass.
Uh-oh.
Justin was deployed, dude. His card expired.
But I got it. No, I understand that, but I got an email saying he was back.
Yeah, because he texted me up and said, "Hey, coach, he's you guys are great. I was deployed. Sorry about that. Never meant to leave. You know, he was thinking what an asshole Scott was for clowning him on the show like that. I was like, you know what? I'll tell him. I'm just kidding. But he did tell me that's why what happened.
So no problem. But he is back officially. Yeah. So welcome back, Justin Vanilla Thunder. And then, of course, the rest of our Patreon crew. AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Cliff, the aforementioned Brandon Epler and his daughter Anya, Dennis McGrath, Don the Dad Dorn, who happened to fall asleep last night during Return of the Jedi.
Unbelievable.
He was sitting there next to me. I don't know what to do about this guy, I tell you. I know. Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 Network, Eric Grubb, Little Fanboy Mike, Flavy Davy, formerly of the Nerds with Attitude podcast, met up with him this morning, gave him some toys. He was very happy and couldn't wait to watch today. Gavin Connor of the All Cure Holy Hour podcast, Justin the Vanilla Thunder. I can do that now. He's back. Mervine, Nicholas Schaefer, Matt Logic, and Ryan from the Star Joe's podcast. If you want to join our Patreon crew, there's a QR code right down there. Just scan it, look for the Patreon logo, log in, and just donate a couple of bucks a month. And you know what? Every dollar you give us goes back into the production of this show. Without your money, we wouldn't be able to pay these guys that we're not paying for showing up and enjoying the podcast with us. So thank you for one and all. That's right.
All the perks and benefits that come along with it.
Right. I know.
A lot of perks. A lot of unlock.
All right. And then over in the pit, we've got Papa Schmitty, Don the Dad Dorn, Gordon, who also joined us last night in the theater. Got Rusty crawling all over me. Let's see. We've got Cliff. We've got Julianne Fernie coming at us from Alaska. Brandon Epler. Bootleg Joe. He can't be here in the room, but he's in the pit. That's awesome. Santo 1414. Crystal Eve. Ooh, Fig Fury 79. There's a name I'm not familiar with.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, right on.
Awesome. So welcome aboard, everybody. Join in the conversation.
Nice. You guys want to try something real fast?
There wasn't a show this last week, so yeah.
I'm going to give you guys a trivia question. No points. Pit, I want you guys to loosen up the pit a little bit here. Here's a trivia question. It's going to go in the vein of Rebels, since we're at Ahsoka's right around the corner, and we need our refresh, right? Okay. So, and first one to answer gets 100,000,000 points. If that's
oh shit! All right, I'm in.
Is it for all of us? Or for
anybody can answer. Anybody can answer.
Okay.
There is a couple seconds delay for the pit, so but anyway, this is a competition, but friendly. Ezra's first meets the Ghost crew while they are stealing what from the Imperials? Jackson has his hand up. Yes.
Are they stealing 11 blasters?
You are correct.
Let's go.
You are correct.
Very nice.
I was just
First
about to
thought
say
was Melu runs, and I was like, I know it's not Melu runs.
Wait, it wasn't that, because Ezra opens the crate and sees the blasters, and it was like, what are you guys doing?
Right. That's right. Rick Jones, that's not fruit, but that's a good guess. So anyway, I have some trivia throughout the podcast here. What we're going to do is just sprinkle it in here because, tomorrow, our May 4th event, it's all about trivia and challenging each other and having fun and just having a good time. So it's kind of like a warm up, right? So, but tomorrow is all Return of the Jedi, all day. So if you are in that SoCal area, in our area, and happen to want to join us at the social, come on by, man. It starts at 7:00. We're going to be there. The Taco Man's going to be there. We have
Pizza Man too. There's going to be Pizza Man.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yes. Good addition.
Oh,
Good
my
addition.
God. Pizza and tacos?
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the social is always very
a bigger
kind
chair.
and energetic and on it with the beverages. Ernie should be there because it's his fourth. It's his, what's it, your fourth anniversary or third?
Fourth. Yes.
Oh, good. That was the trivia question for Ernie. He got it right.
Hey, he got 100,000 million points too.
Yeah.
It is also Ernie's anniversaries too. So yeah, we're gonna celebrate it with a big old Star Wars night. Of course, this all benefits United Way. So we ask that you bring a toy valued at $10 or more for the United Way. It benefits your karma and a kid in need. So. All right, guys.
Don't donate. You're terrible.
Exactly. All right, cool. So I'm gonna move this along a little bit, and I'm gonna tease something that's gonna be happening next week on our show, which is awesome. So we've got a special guest. I'm not gonna leave this up too long because you might decipher who that might be.
I can already tell. The ears are giving it away.
The ears are giving it away. So the very special guest happening next week on our show. He's going to be joining us live. So Pitt, get ready. So, boom.
Was that Brett Steiner? Is that who that was?
Man,
data coming on.
Figured it out. Wow.
Right.
Yeah, he's coming on to talk about Picard season 3.
We're crossing over, folks.
Nice. All right. Who captures Anakin and Padme on Geonosis?
Oh, I don't like that movie.
It's Scott's favorite movie. Yes.
Well, that's a
Jackson
weird question
again.
because did he get them both?
He captures them both when they're on the conveyor line and Django drops down with the droids.
I was running through that whole scene in my head. Yeah.
For some reason, I only thought it was her when she rolled out. He was there. I didn't know it was Anakin too. I just thought he was the droids.
Yeah, because his lightsaber broke, and he's like, "Oh man."
Yeah, no, I get that. I just
you
thought
could
he was
just force
surrounded by
push everybody
droids.
off the conveyor.
I'm gonna have to check your stat there.
Go ahead.
Your answer.
It's your
Later,
favorite
not right
movie.
now.
You should know this.
It's my 5th favorite movie, but still.
All right, you guys want another Rebels trivia?
Sure.
This is a good one. I thought this was a good one. Okay, this is a multiple choice. Which nickname is not used for Chopper by the Ghost crew?
Ooh.
Rust Bucket, Rolling Pile of Junk, Metal Menace, or Bucket of Junk?
Metal.
Bucket of junk.
The third one.
Everybody?
I'm a Scott.
Everybody? Okay, Bucket of Junk is not used by the Ghost crew. He is called every other name, but not that one.
Woohoo! And I could hear Zeb saying every one of those too.
Yep, that's exactly how I imagined it too. I was going through my head, I was like, okay, it's not that one.
Nice. All right, chat. Yeah, I'm just missing all the Geonosians and
luck,
droids
Carmen.
that captured. Oh, there you go. That one's for Chris. You're not looking at the screen. He pulled out the big guns for you.
What was it? Missed it.
Look at Jacob.
The big guns. There we go. Sorry, I was looking over at the thing. Thinking you had a comment up. I'm checking your answer.
Wow. Okay. Maybe
I'm on the scene right now. Hold on.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna watch through it.
So we're gonna have to pause the show every time Chris doubts the answer. No.
I remember Django comes down very CGI in one specific spot, and it wasn't to both of them.
Can we get the playback? We're in the middle of the playback.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know sports, but that's what it's called, right?
Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
It's so funny that this is how our actual when we get together live, like and just kind of like BS and whatever. This is exactly how it goes. Someone will do a trivia, and then
he only got Anakin. She's surrounded by Geonosians. There's no Django with her.
I knew it was Geonosians.
Your answer is false.
Whatever, Chris. Why don't you play the whole thing because they both got captured at once?
Well, they both got captured, but they're in 2 different places.
Yeah, they both got captured by Django. Okay. That's what the trivia question was.
Just stop right now.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
I just looked.
France does
No, it's Franz.
Okay.
They're right.
Like Franz, right.
All right, one more. Then we move on to another subject because Chris is pissing me off. So
why? You're the one with the wrong answers.
What is the
holding
first
people
picture?
accountable is what I'm doing.
What is the first picture? Anakin guesses. I hate you sometimes, Chris. I'm just kidding.
Starship.
Dude, I literally was just thinking about that too. I was like, dude, Jacob's got that.
Okay, next question. Next question. Let's see here.
A couple of wavy lines.
A couple of wavy.
A star.
We're paying you, aren't we?
Take your $5. Don't need
What
to be a
system?
master.
What system
Can
is
you
the
see
Cloud
these?
City Bespin on? What system?
The NEMA system?
No.
A NOAD.
A NOAA. Yeah, there you go. A NOAA system.
Oh,
Jesus.
I didn't know.
I am
I
rusty.
didn't know that one. I didn't
Sorry,
know that
Rusty.
That's funny. All right, cool. So anyway, yes. Let's get into like what actually dropped today in Star Wars world is Hasbro had its live stream, right? Yes, Hasbro had its live stream. So Scott, we have some slides to show, and we can kind of go over what's going on. And I know Ernie probably has a lot to say on this subject too.
Big Kitty was covering up my mouse.
Oh, maybe Rusty
That's
wanted
what they
in
do.
on the. So did
All
you
right,
guys,
so
did
you-
everybody check out the live stream and everything? I woke up to it. I'm like, oh, what's going on now?
I just kept
Yeah,
checking
you're
Yak
lucky
Face.
people.
Yeah, that's
I was
basically
at work
what I do.
dealing with a customer, and I had my phone kind of like in the corner of like working with them because I was trying to call an insurance company. I was like, yeah, I'm totally checking for the insurance right now.
You're like Darth Malgus. Yes. I mean, that'll be $25.95.
No, I was hyped.
So
Yeah.
Well, let's kick it
Go ahead,
off.
Scott,
Then.
take
We've
it away.
got first off, we had a. I'm kind of building up to the big dogs here.
Yeah, sure.
We've got the clone trooper from the Clone Wars, clean clone trooper. I think this one looks pretty cool. I'm digging it.
Army
I'm a
builder.
fan. And I wish Tommy was here because he could tell you all about how on his biggest complaint with all the clone troopers is that they connect the knee to the wrong place, and they were like, oh, we separated the knee pad, so now it's free moving, so you can move it wherever. So
Nice.
that's a big plus. That's really nice.
There
It's
you go.
fun.
Just like they do with
Cool.
the shoulder pads, made it more, like soft and more posable.
Mhm.
Yeah, they've been attaching the shoulder pads to like the chest armor. That way, you have free range of motion of the arms, and I like what they've been doing with the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I wonder if this means we're going to end up getting, all new like Captain Rex figures and the whole bit.
Of
if
course.
we're going to using this same new
Oh,
mold.
good. More
Yeah,
insane
right.
figures.
You know the MO. Slap
I
an archive
do,
on
I
it,
do.
and it is re-released.
Mhm.
We're gonna put it in no plastic box. Now we're gonna put it in plastic recycled box. Now
More
we're gonna put it in.
Mhm.
Get the F out of here.
And the helmet
right,
comes
so-
off this time too. I think that's insane.
Does it really? I didn't see an unmasked.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see that?
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
the helmet
it does.
comes off
That's
too.
the thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean,
well, hell.
with a
I saw it
clone
on, yeah.
trooper, you kind of just it's it's like a gimme, right? Like you always should
You-
have.
you would
the
think,
clones.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would think, but not necessarily. Especially the previously released clone troopers. No, they didn't. So this is a big step in the right direction, right there.
It is.
Yeah.
You just think they would have just a mass amount of Tamora Morrison faces, just ready just to put
At
on
this
anything.
point, he's like 90% of the action figures now.
right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Isaac Escalera, that should be the sticker on the box. Now with even more accurate knees. Oh, hell yeah.
That's the selling point.
Exactly.
That is that in the face.
I will
Okay.
buy at least 4 of these. 5, at least 4 or 5 of
Yeah,
these.
it's a
Absolutely.
builder.
Yeah.
So next one up right here is one that at first I was like, "Ugh, really? But then the more I started looking at it, the more I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy this guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like Din Djarin number 15 that we've received.
Yes.
But this
True.
time he's got the cloth cape, he's got the dark saber, he's got more accurate. I mean, he's got more articulation in the arms.
Yeah.
It just
I think it's a new
looks-
helmet too that I read.
Is it?
Is
Yeah,
he that blue?
They fixed the mold.
Does he have that
yeah,
much
they
blue
fixed
on
it.
him in the show that I'm just not
You know,
noticing?
I don't know. Now that you say that, I just kind of like
I've never
seen it. Yeah.
I've never paid that much attention to any kind of blue on him.
Chris,
Mhm.
can you look that up and fact check that?
No, because they
Of
did
course.
it, and it's on
Of course.
them.
So
They-
if I say it, maybe you'll fact check it. So hey guys, is
Yeah.
that? I think he's always been that blue.
You just
Yeah.
threw out a
Yeah,
question
it's been
about
like that.
Attack of the Clones, and I'm like, no, you got to get that shit straight, man. But
Are you
blue,
two done?
he
It's
started.
been
I
it's
did
been that
start-
blue. It has been.
Has it?
Oh, now
Mm-hmm.
I got to fact check it because he said it. See? Now I'm on Book of Boba Fett.
I'm very excited though that I don't have to buy this figure because I actually just recently got done with my first custom. I bought the Bandai model kit and I customized it so he would actually be like metallic chrome. So
Oh,
Well,
nice.
where's all your blue?
that's
Is there a bunch of
cool.
blue on there? There is. I can see blue on his knee.
the knee pads, and it's like on the little place. You can't really see it, but yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Very
Good.
cool, man.
That's cool.
I love the soft good capes this time around because my biggest gripe with the Mando is just this stiff plastic cape that it has. It's just infuriating sometimes.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
when you pose them as like statues, right? Like I have Luthen right here, right? With the heart, I mean, it's the hardest plastic cape and everything. It's really cool to just do that, right? But with the Mandalorian and like Boba, all these cool poses that you don't just want them as like the hero statue all the time. It really does make a difference. So yeah, that is a bonus. As long as it's like, I hate when they do like robes because they look like marshmallows. You know what I mean? They look like it's so tough to the soft goods. So I'm like give or take with that, but definitely with the Mandalorian. So yeah, Scott, I'll be buying. I haven't even opened up the last three.
It's blue.
Chris is just our fact checker today.
It's like closer to that Thrawn blue than the bright ass blue. But yeah,
I didn't remember it either.
Yeah.
Well, the final product will be different than the the old disclaimers.
Got you.
All right, so next up we have got this one. This one's pretty cool. It's not in my wheelhouse, but it is a cool looking figure. So
I'm so hyped.
Drop that there.
Yeah. It's a cool.
I'm not gonna lie. This was probably my favorite reveal from today. The Magna Guard is my favorite droid of all time, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this.
Cool.
Yeah, same. I would really like the Revenge of the Sith one, but like that, that paint job versus the Clone Wars, I'll take it, right? I think this is what we're going to be getting anyway. I hope a repaint comes in its Revenge of the Sith version, but
just that kneeling pose, pose right there. How dynamic is that? I mean, that is really cool that we're actually getting figures that can strike these poses now. It's pretty exciting,
right?
Yeah.
Yep. Gordon's getting about a couple.
Yeah. The Hasbro team really stepped it up too with these promotional pictures now to show off the posability like in a whole new way that they haven't before. And it's like I feel like that creates a better selling point too, is being like, okay, you have this figure in a box that you can't really see it, but this is how it can move. And it's like, holy cow now.
100%.
Right.
100%. I actually go to Haspaulus all the time to find the pose when I get the figure in to find out how they posed them, and I copy them all the time. And I that they did step that game up where they hired or got somebody that knew what they were doing by selling the figure big time with that. So yeah.
So it's interesting though that we've got so far we've had the Clone Trooper right here. We've had the Magna Guard here, but then Din Djarin shows up and he's got plastic packaging again.
Yeah, I think
is this our first return to the window packaging? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they just reverted back. Like I thought it was going to be all brand new, right? Yeah. So yeah, you're right, Scott.
So how many figures did they go off of plasticless?
Quite a few, especially the
20,
Star
30.
Wars brand.
Yeah, 20, 30 Star Wars figures.
You think it went that many, that far?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
like not just pre-ordered, but in hand.
Yeah, because there's all the
still
Andors.
some that aren't showed up yet.
Right.
So So like this, where they're showing the guard on the front there, that's already going to be, that's the way it's going to come. And so Mando is going to be a later date release. So that's why they're already showing that'll probably be the first to come back in window because of that. So
yeah, there's this whole wave.
Correct.
That all came out. And then there's like the recent gaming greats, like with Fallen Order and stuff. Those came out and those all have the windowless stuff. So yeah, we got pretty deep into it. I think I doubt it was we're listening to the fans. I think they just said, "Oh gosh, our wallet hurts," and they reverted back.
Well, just for example, Mando, Mike in our chat, and Scott. I mean, they both were Mint and Bots collectors, and it did hurt the figures, or it hurt that collection. Like they're not going back to it. It doesn't mean that everybody's not going back, but they've actually permanently lost a lot of people just for that reason only, and that's probably why they went back. But
it was a combination of things for me. It was that and price point, the price points, the constant pre-orders, the fact that there was no consistency in the delivery and all that. But at the same time, I also collected the 3 3/4 inch. And we've had this conversation before. I can world build with those. I can 3D print environments. I can do I can make my collection that much cooler with the vehicles and all that. So I'm just going to stick with the 3 3/4 and maybe buy. I really want this next figure that I'm about to reveal here, and that is Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, the
Step
face
in the right
on it looks
direction.
fantastic.
Yeah. Step in the right direction of fleshing out like all of her figures.
It's not easy to pull them out of the animated and make them look right.
Right.
In
right.
live action, right? And they did it really well with her. Really well. That side view is phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm so excited about this one.
Right,
because that TVC figure for this outfit looks awful.
Yes.
So I'm excited that this one looks good.
I think they tried to make her look a little too adult in the TVC version of it. It just doesn't look right. This one still has that kid aesthetic to it. So
yes,
I'm digging it. It's really cool. And then for me, the pinnacle of all these releases though was absolutely Darth Malgus.
Man,
it's pretty neat.
Dude,
cool one.
Yeah.
We've been waiting. This is not for you. What do you mean not for you? You don't want them?
Here's the only problem with this. This looks like a good figure, and I would have. And I get that they want to try and do cloth, the soft goods and everything. But they did this one wrong because this looks like something I would have cut out of fabric, out of a square. And I would have showed you guys, and you guys would have humbly have said, "Oh, good job, Ernie." You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Like we really, until Chris says, "Ernie, that looks like shit." Like, come on,
right?
You know,
Chris is the only one that
right?
Call him out.
And I don't know. Like, if you're gonna take this step and you want to change to that, then it should have been a better fabric and a wired cape. Like
a wired cape, I agree, dude. Like
it's possible and it's done because this looks like Ernie took his chance at watch what I'm gonna do, and it doesn't work.
Yeah,
I think it looks fine.
I don't mind it at all.
Because you're saying the cape fabric is the part?
Yes.
Yeah, I get it because it just looks like just a cut piece of cloth.
Yes,
right? Not like a cape. I get it.
It pulls it out for me.
Yeah.
I have to see it in hand, honestly, because I've seen some great shots of Mace Windu and all that stuff, and like I said, it looks like a big marshmallow when I get it. So I'm okay with a little more thinner, softer stuff where you can tuck it and kind of mold it to the way you want it to, especially with Malgus pulling that hood over. It's like the picture is on the artwork of the box. That's the exact pose that I want him in with that hood on. I get it, Ernie. I have to see it in hand, dude. But like, this is an instant buy, and okay, that's the big problem about having the plastic-free packaging because, that point right there, Ernie just made. Yeah. You have to open them. $40 figure, probably $39 or $34 because it's a deluxe figure. Yeah, it was GameStop, so it's probably $39.99 to open it and then to be disappointed in the cape, right? Like if you had it, maybe you can see it in the bubble and whatnot. But this is instant buy, and there's customizers out there that can probably fix that too.
So I think it's time
for another 20.
I'm ready for a Darth Bane Black Series, right? Like we've got a lot of these.
Oh my God,
Old Republic folks. And
we still need a plague against Bane. Yeah, dude. Like, but it's a step in the right. Like this one is because he's like one of the big bads of the Old Republic storyline and one of the best.
And we've had Revan already, for a long time. So
both versions of Revan. We have Nihilus. Yeah, dude, and we have Satil Shan coming. We have Darth Mallet coming. So Malgus is like the guy. So I can't wait for it. Yeah, Ernie, I'm concerned about that too. Now that you pointed that out, but
that's the only thing to me is that. I mean, it's a step in the right direction, but again, a lot of these reveals for me was the lack of extras. Accessories that we're getting
they're not,
and everything for the price point. They were the first ones to make the jump. It is still very high right now. If you're putting on a card, you're adding another $10. It is good that we are getting figures like this now, but then you give me that, and the rendered picture is definitely different than what you're showing right there with that on. So that pulls me away from it because yes, we can get that from somebody online. We all know 10 different people who could make the perfect cape for it. But at the same time, that's another $20 for that cape, another $10 for shipping, and you just paid for a $60 figure.
Oh, sure. I'm wondering, like,
that's
Mandalorian, was that a deluxe figure or no? Because I didn't hear them saying that was a deluxe, and that came with the.
Well, I mean, he has blue knee pads. It's deluxe.
It was Mandalorian. It wasn't Boba Fett, so you don't have to call it deluxe to get that extra $15.
Oh no, it was Boba Fett. It was a Boba Fett series
because it comes with a lot of
show.
accessories. That figure comes with a lot of accessories.
It comes with nothing more than what the last regular version came with.
Correct. Right.
I mean, they're just
sometimes they add a sword. Sometimes they add a
sword
and then, or I'm sorry, a dark saber, and they go, deluxe, right? Like what was Boba Fett? It came with this jetpack, a couple guns, a flame effect, and that was a deluxe. So
don't get me started on that because he didn't even come with a flame effect. It was just Boba Fett. he was deluxe. It was
I
have a thing with like the fact that they just added a dark saber is lame because I feel, and I said this earlier, like. Once that Gideon had a dark saber, I don't care if that goes on anybody else because I can just move it from him to I only need one dark saber. I'm not going to have any pictures or any setup with 2 dark sabers in it. So what do I care? If that's the only difference in a figure, I don't need it.
Yeah,
like Doc Ondar. I don't need Doc Ondar, but I'm going to buy him because I want the holocrons.
Yeah. My collection, only one person gets a saber. So at a time, I don't need. Exactly.
There's no fight for Mandalore on my shelf. One person has it, and that's it. So
nobody has it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Nice.
All right. So next up,
very opinionated here.
Next up,
I don't even collect them.
No, you don't. So I'm like, why are you?
I've got like 30. The dark side guys I like.
You're frustrated for the rest of us out there.
Yeah, I used to collect.
Well, the reason now this next reveal, this one annoyed me because I'm like, okay, these figures are on the pegs right now. The Chewbacca and the Wicket.
They're playing catch up. I don't know why.
I'm like, oh my god, and it's not even the plastic packaging either. It's
no. They should have just waited. They really should have waited to do these so that way they fit with the rest of the series that they've already done.
100%.
Completely agree.
100%.
And it's also the fact that they announced those, and I just kind of went, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's because they want their reasoning is because they on a shelf that it goes. These are brand new sculpts, and they only were released on the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi packaging, right? So it kind of breaks up your wall collection with these 2 figures, and that's probably why they just went, okay, throw them in the old packaging so it can complete a mural or whatever they're doing, and but I already have them, so
yeah.
When they first revealed these, I was really, really hoping that the rest of the stream wouldn't just be Return of the Jedi. I feel like that's been kind of like my biggest gripe the entire time this year. Is okay, it's supposed to be the Clone Wars mini beat, so are we gonna get something with that? But I'm glad it's just those 2. I'm a huge Wicket supremacy person. I think Wicket is cool, so I am gonna get the Wicket though.
Right. Completely agree. I love the Wicket, but I already have one, so I'm not gonna buy a second version of it. Wicket does not come with any extra weapons. He comes with exactly what's in the package right now with the carded figure. Nothing different at all. And that drives me crazy because Wicket is probably about the accurate size that he is in that picture right there on that package.
Right.
He looked really articulate. Is that articulate? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because
that's
neat. Yeah, I saw the picture. I'm like, shit, I've never had a Wicket that could pose like that.
Oh, so dude, the Ewoks, the 3 Ewoks that they made, are fantastic.
Oh, Chris, you should check out the 1-minute toy review shorts on the Sarlacc Digest channel. Where Scott Solo goes over all these articulated figures in great detail.
I love those videos.
I just thought you did the last Ewok because they keep redoing the same figure, so I can never tell which one's which.
Yeah.
But then we also got the Axe Wolves helmet, and I'm like, do I need another Mandalorian helmet? Probably
I'm getting a little bit tired of the Mando helmet repaints. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm getting tired
because it's like
different.
In this room. Let's count how many we have.
Yeah.
If it was pause, do they have a pause one?
5, 6, 7. Wow, I don't need an.
See, you throw in pause or the armorer, then we're talking
something different,
or Gideon's new one. But they're just repainting the same.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
It's just easy for him, I guess. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Not into the helmets on that level, on the Black Series helmets,
I think they're cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the iconic ones are cool, but like Axe Wolves, I mean, to me, still, even what we've got on him, I think he's still like 4th string off the bench kind of character.
It's funny, I didn't even like him until the last episode.
Yeah, and I
was like, oh, Axe Wolves is dope.
I mean, like I said, I dug him, but like I said, he's like, he's like 4th string off the bench character. Why have a helmet of him before Imperial Guard before
armor.
Before armor, right?
Because they don't have to make a mold of it. All they got to do is slap some different paint apps on it, and they're good to go.
That's why you get different clone trooper colors and different stormtrooper colors and different all that. That's why.
It's cost cutting, and it gives you a chance to fill out your collection. But if you are specifically a helmet collector,
right,
then hey, this is
every helmet
dream right here.
Every helmet.
You're getting like 2 or 3 a year, so it's doable. You know what I mean? Like you're
right. But the Biker Scout, when's the Biker Scout helmet supposed to drop? Because that one is, I want that.
Beautiful. I want it. I need it. I must have it.
Yep. And I believe these go on pre-order tomorrow, right? Ernie and you guys. I think pre-order all these. I think every reveal today goes on, except for the pipeline, of course. But yeah.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the vintage collection really quick. I'm not going to do the archive series because I think they're re-releasing
not the archive,
Bo-Katan again.
Luke, Vader, Stormtrooper, Paz, and Bo-Katan, I believe.
Yeah.
And the Stormtrooper's the good one.
Yeah,
Stormtrooper actually army build.
Paz isn't archive. Paz.
But are we going to talk about the new pipelines? Or are we not going over any pipelines whatsoever?
Yeah, we'll go over the pipelines. Yeah,
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Yeah.
So,
did you see the Black Series figures that was released after the fact of the stream, though? No, you didn't. If you didn't see Yakface officially announced Fives is a Black Series figure that is.
Released. Yes, I did see that post.
Really?
We don't know who it's through though, because it seems like they released it late intentionally because it won't be a pre-order with May the 4th. It'll be an exclusive somewhere. But Fives is finally a thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. Okay.
Celebrating, throwing up, screaming, crying. It's beautiful.
My phone doesn't do the unblurred thing, but
don't worry, Marco. I got this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll have it. But so yeah, I didn't actually see that ahead of time, but now I've got the picture uploading. Wait for it. Boy, this is riveting. Here we go.
There we go. The action pic, the full figure pics look really good. His shins and everything look really.
Yeah. How are his knees? Check his knees. Are they okay?
Knee analysis.
Same ARC Trooper mold, so now.
I hope this is not a Walgreens exclusive. That's the only thing I just crossed my fingers. Walmart's doable, Target's doable, Amazon is doable, but Walgreens, I cannot get my hands on anything they put out. So that's my only cross fingers that it's either one of those
Antarctic exclusive. So get ready to first.
Yeah, Target, man. I hate Target exclusives. You know why? Because they take the money out every day. Like they put it and they take it out and then they put it back in. Take it out, but every single day for a year. And so I never know what my account balance is.
Do you not have a red card? Yeah. I do. Well,
I just use my bank account. It's just tied to your bank account, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no. I use the red card. It's your Target card, and it gives you 5% off. This is a commercial for Target, apparently. It gives you 5% off, and they don't do that yo-yo thing with the money. It just, you just have it. So,
good. Well,
eventually it shows up.
I'm going to have to update my life then.
I recommend updating your life.
Yes. I hope this is Fig Fury. I hope that's true. Yeah. Rumors, no more Walgreens exclusives going forward. Please.
That'd be so nice.
I don't like Walgreens at all.
Yeah, we started getting really sick of the exclusive, so we have.
I do too. I don't like them at all.
Who gets all the figures? So if it's an exclusive, I just buy through him immediately because I know he'll have it.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I continue my Pulse subscription is because they'll have the exclusives on there, and for the most part they do. Like
for the most part,
yeah.
Shout out Return of the Nerd if you want to get your figures early. Go to Return of the Nerd.
Okay.
Return of the Nerds. Okay.
I'll break that down.
So then we had some vintage collection release announcements, just a couple, not a whole lot. We had the deluxe, quote unquote, deluxe Luke with Grogu. Comes with a little chainmail shirts and Yoda's lightsaber, and
it comes with the rug. Does it come with that little carpet?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, dude, win! I'm in.
I know, right?
I get a little carpet.
Oh yeah.
Some floating frogs, so that's kind of cool. And then, of course, we've got the Grand Inquisitor. But then the one that I'm most excited about was the Ewok.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get my hands on this thing. I am so stupidly excited about this. I can't wait. And I think this goes, I don't know, did they announce where this was going to be an exclusive today?
Walgreens.
Or?
No idea.
Shut up.
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, well,
They should have made Ewok. That's all I'm saying. They missed out.
Brazil
what?
exclusive.
Yeah, so this is the one that I will definitely be pre-ordering tomorrow. Cannot wait. And then, of course, we had the so we were talking just a little bit ago about pipeline reveals.
It says Hasbro, by the way. I'm sorry. It says Hasbro Pulse. Yeah. So,
all right, cool. I'm in. I'll order it. Pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because like finally, I did an unreleased rant video of Anakin and Padme. Right, that those two, how they should have been in the line, 10 years ago when they started this, right?
I'm glad that they weren't, though, because now we're getting them and they're going to actually look good. And they're not going to have those crummy, stupid looking faces.
You're right. They'll be clean.
You're right. A great point. And they even said on their live stream, though, today, and actually admitted it for a long time. They said these figures should have been there for, a while ago, like overdue,
Yeah. Yeah. And, especially for them being like the main characters of the prequels.
Yeah, dude. We got one Padme, and I counted. I swear, I did a unreleased video, 15 different outfit changes, and we got in episode 2, Attack of the Clones Padme. You know what I mean? Yep. Like that's the only Black Series we got.
Here's a question. So these are all pipeline new release figures. Why the hell is Paz Vizsla in there? Is he coming with like?
He's gonna have holes in him.
Yeah, he's gonna have holes in it. No, I heard it's battle damage and whatever. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting that. I have 2 of them, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm good. They've already released 4 Paz Vizslas. There's no reason to have.
Especially
this will be the 4th release.
Yeah, especially at the $35.
Nah. And then I got super excited because I'm like Carson Teva, and then it's
a
helmet. It's a helmet. I'm like, oh man, come on.
Another X-wing helmet. It's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, it's just like the other ones, right? Just keep repainting them and it works. The cool thing is it's Carson Teva. Right. The drag is it's a helmet.
Right. Yeah. I thought for sure the figure. I was like, oh come on. Yeah. It's got to be coming.
I'm gonna get a pop before you get a Black Series.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Although I haven't got any pops lately. I'm just sitting here
that's for sure. Yeah.
Ernie, what did Carson say about, or what did Paul say about his helmet? Is he excited about it? He's
excited and everything about it.
Does he have it yet?
He didn't know about it. No, he didn't know about it. He was told through. Awkwardly, he did a show on Sunday where he showed off his custom from one of the designers that did for him and everything. So somebody sent a comment saying, "Congratulations on your Black Series helmet," and he was like, this is a custom of mine." And that's when they're like, "No, they just revealed it." And he was like, "What?" So yeah, nice. that was cool. No figure yet, but
at least he's getting the love of like the recognition as far as like product, right? So because Carson Teva is coming.
There wasn't anything, and it's so funny because the chat was all asking about his figure because they even made the point of, wow, he's pretty a prominent figure in there. Yeah. And you're giving us a helmet. Like you're going to rewatch that and see that yourself. So that was cool because now there's t-shirts on Hot Topic and Amazon. And then Gentle Giant Ltd will be doing a bust to go along with the Trapper Wolf. There is just no release on that yet. And then Micro Squadron Galaxies is he did a reveals today too for a bunch of those too. He got to do the N1 and then he did the other ones upcoming for today. So hopefully soon he gets something in there too,
Well, they're about 2 years removed from release of figure to release of character to release of figure. So we should be seeing Carson, in 2 years.
Yeah, I would hope so. I hope a lot sooner than that because Homeboy who had no words, what was he, a commander general, whoever he was, the one who went like that guy, he has a Black Series, he has a Lego, he has, because Paul doesn't even have a Lego yet. That, you know how easy a set that is to make for him with an X-Wing? That's money all day right there. That would be. So hopefully something comes up. I mean, we got Comic-Con coming up, so maybe we'll get more news from it.
There is
But
some new Comic-Con stuff coming.
Unfortunately,
up. Yeah,
they don't tell him.
right.
So,
yeah. Well, if they didn't scan his face yet, like, or I don't know if they do that anymore. If they just take it from the series, like they sit for the scanning, the live scan.
Well, on movies and everything now,
they just take it right from the screen.
Yes, correct.
Wow.
It's a start.
Got it.
Well, I mean,
Gentle Giant has to do that. So, yeah.
If he didn't, though, I mean, now's the time to act because good segue. Selfie series are 20% off. All you got to do is type in that code down there.
But did they
have they upgraded it yet? Yeah.
No.
Or are we still going to get yours?
No. Yes.
If we're still getting yours, I'm
Do
waiting.
you have yours on?
Yeah.
I'm looking. It should be on the table, but it has
Jacob, it's in the box with the t-shirts. I used it for the con. Oops.
Roger. I'll be right back and grab that because I think mine actually.
We have selfie series figures, and they're not. Jacob's is really not that bad. It actually looks pretty much like them.
Some people are dead spot on, and then other ones are like, oh, "What is this? What is going on?"
It's like Joey. Joey's looks like a cross between him and I think Pitbull. You know the rapper.
Yeah, I tried one and I just sent mine to Fluffy. I was like, "Here you go."
I repainted mine and it still doesn't look a thing like me. I have
no idea who yours
terrible.
is. I really don't.
They can't get the color right on a beard, or I'd do it. There's just no.
Scott got his from Wish. I mean, I don't know.
Seriously.
Like I said, add sculpted hairstyles and facial hair, then I'll be in. But yeah,
let's see if I can get this.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
Like honestly,
not bad.
Yeah, see, it works for certain people,
Yeah, that is pretty good. Real quick, Rick Jones was saying about hopefully Paul gets a Hot Toys figure first. Yeah, that'd be amazing because that's his main collection, and he also does stuff for them as well too to reveal stuff and like
Hot
that.
Toys would probably be the ones to do it first.
That would be awesome.
You guys see the Hot Toys leak from today?
No,
what was it?
I'm glad we have you on here.
Phase 1 Commander Fox.
Yeah, they're gonna do Clone Wars reveals tomorrow for May the 4th, and that was like in the promo shot. They had like Jesse, the Bark Speeder, and like everything else, and like
the Bark Speeder. They had Rex, and then there's just this Phase 1 Fox, and it looks so good because I'm a very big outspoken person about Phase 1 is better than Phase 2, so I like seeing more Phase 1 stuff.
Oh wow,
that's my hot take.
Scott and Chris right there. What do you guys think about that? Because we've never even had that kind of like debate. Phase 1 versus Phase 2 clones.
Oh,
I'm Phase 2. I like the Phase 2 helmets.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's a little more stormtroopy, and
it's that nice in between. It's that nice in between moment there. But I always did like the fact that Rex had kind of like an in between helmet. Kind of it's like a Phase 1.5. Or that kind of. I really like that helmet a lot. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for me, the Phase 2 is my go-to. How about you, Ernie?
A Boba Fett helmet. That's about it. Yeah, they're all just wannabes.
I like Boba Fett.
Wow.
Yeah, Ernie's still shocked that
he's
Boba Fett
on phase. He's on Phase 1.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah,
Phase 0. The initial
pre-Phase 1. Yeah,
pre-Phase.
I like the.
He's just reeling from Boba Fett's death last night in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I thought he was going to survive a lot longer.
Yeah. Nice.
See, that looks good.
You believe those two kissed?
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I still think Luke has a chance. I don't know, but
good shot.
We'll see. Yeah,
might not be sister by blood. We don't know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, do we know that for sure? It was just said. Sorry, spoilers ahead. But does it? I don't know.
What the hell?
Off the edge.
I had no idea that Star Wars took place in Alabama. What is going on?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though.
It was a wild night. Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't buy a sail barge because that thing blew up. Like imagine buying a toy of that and then it blows up.
Right after you see it for the first time.
Yeah.
Right. They'll never do that again.
It got 2 minutes of screen time and then blows up.
Yeah. They'll never do that again.
It looks great on my display. Man, I hope they don't blow up the Razor Crest because that looks great on my display too. Yeah.
I have a Death Star display right there.
Yeah.
And I just got
It
my,
to be right here. It's just
It was the whole reason why the N1
got my Black Series Darksaber. Oh, I can't wait to see what they do with it next.
Yeah,
right. I mean, who holds the Darksaber at the end, right?
That's true. We didn't even think. We didn't even like
everything they make, they break. It's jacked up.
Everything.
So when they get the black crystal in Yoda's hilt, it'll be safe for a couple hundred years, though. That'll be all right.
Yeah.
So they did announce that they made an announcement that there will be an announcement of a HasLab for I think the vintage collection starting at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So any ideas? What are you guys thinking might pop up?
The Ghost. It's the Ghost. It's 100% the Ghost. Because at the panel at Celebration, Patrick is like, we are doing a HasLab for the TVC, and then somebody in the crowd goes, the Ghost! And he goes, I guess we're going to have to wait and see. And then in the stream today, he mentioned the Ahsoka show in the same sentence as the HasLab.
He's not a good secret holder. He
teased it.
Yeah.
Mm. If it's not the Ghost, I'll be super surprised. What if it's the Chimera?
Oh well, then I'm in.
Well, that would be pretty massive.
Jacob Shillum.
Yeah.
I would be beyond it.
Oh, look at that.
Look at twinsies right there.
Oh,
look, matched up.
Let's go.
You guys are so cute.
Yeah.
And then me and Ernie match over here.
I can never get it right.
But nobody's got that.
Somewhere there. There it is.
Yeah.
That one's all
match.
me.
No, nobody has yours.
Yeah.
No one's got Nara on their arm for their brother.
See, I need something here. I wish we had
there.
tattoo shops up here that would do a May the 4th special.
Right.
That's what we need. That's what we need for next year. We need some tattoo artists to show up for the.
Yeah, just tag everybody that comes to the door.
Oh, we'll see what we can do. That'd be cool.
No, I'm serious.
My brother-in-law's been practicing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because
thank
there's a
you,
lot
Julie
of
and Fernie, for the super chats. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Julie.
Julie. May the 4th be with you too.
And congrats on Rex. I was reading the chat there. I saw it going by.
Oh yeah. So okay, now I'll pull that.
Not Rex. Not Rex. She got Darth Maul. Sorry, she got
Darth Maul. And so thanks for the super chat. You must have taken that shot. Thanks.
Right.
Julie's over there.
Maul is Maul is one of the holy grails, not
so what
like
is
just
that?
a grail. Maul, the holographic Maul is.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, yeah, dude. That's all. You don't have that one, do you, Chris? Or
fuck no.
Oh,
There's my one right there.
There's the one. Now we're officially.
And it was deserved on. Do I have the holographic Maul? Absolutely deserved the F word.
It's right next to your battle droids.
I had the same chance of right now getting either one of them.
At least Maul exists.
Not in my world, bro. Not in my world. Hey, but she did say there were 8 new things she saw coming out. So if she wants to put them in there, let me know because I don't know what the ones coming out are.
Yeah, we didn't get a heads up on that, Julianne.
No,
so
I didn't see
let us know.
Today, but
I didn't know that either. Yeah,
Cliff, that was private pics that you're not supposed to like, but since I just put it out right there.
Ooh. So yeah, on May the 4th, lots of tattoo shops do Star Wars tattoo for a set price, little small ones and everything, and kind of like the Friday the 13th type thing. And I love that it's turned into that, but we don't have anything up here to do that. So it'd be great if we lock that in for next year at our event to have a couple that come out with it be down to for the hours there, and they price anywhere from like $50 to $100 depending on what you choose. Sure. And it has to be theirs. You can't show up with I want this one. Usually lots of people go and give their like 4 sets of papers of cool Star Wars tattoos to put on. And it's really cool. So if you're in the area and you're wondering tomorrow what to do for May the 4th, because you had nothing else planned and you can't come out with us, go check out a tattoo shop. Yeah. Because it's a great price and a great way to start a piece. I love when people have tattoos 100%. Of talking points, of, I got this on May the 4th. So
oh yeah, like Chris has got the major talking piece on that arm over there. So
oh yeah,
that one's getting. Insane. Oh, I got to go for that next on the back right now. So I'll talk to him about next year. See if he wants. to do it.
We'll set something up, dude. That'd be awesome.
Crystal Lee, she's gonna hook you up for 40 cents with her Sharpie.
I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, I mean the way we do it at the social with the drinking and the camaraderie and the trivia, I think a Sharpie probably the smartest way to go.
Marco's gonna be walking out of there looking like Post Malone whenever Crystal's done with him.
Yeah, can you give me a Darth Maul face tat? And it's like,
for 40 cents, he's like, we just got the $10 super chat last night. Here it is. Do it up.
Nice. Like no pipeline for vintage. No pipeline for vintage.
No pipeline for vintage
Not that
collection.
Yeah. Vintage
Yeah.
is killing it though. So like
It
they
is.
don't.
You
You know what I'm
pretty happy
saying?
with it.
Oh,
I'm pretty
yeah.
happy with it.
Yeah, and
I'm not
super
happy.
jealous
Don't-
for all those.
I'm happy for
characters.
your reveals, but I'm not happy about the prices on vintage. You're almost at Black Series prices just for a couple dollars more, but it's like
That's
it's
true.
ridiculous.
The
Yes, that's
Target
true.
exclusive Boba Fett that I just found. I did a review on it 2 days ago. $22.99 for a 3¾ inch standard figure.
Get
Yeah.
out.
It's-
Sounds like
22?
Boba Fett. It's the Boba
Yep.
Fett tax.
It's the Boba
Exactly.
tax.
The Boba
Yeah.
Fett text, yeah.
Mhm.
It just baffles me how those crept up
Holy
so far,
crap.
so close to, like I said. But yeah, yes, you're going
22.
deep in the lines, but like that N1 to me, the N1 like $130, and everybody bought it though. Like you can't argue with that too, right? If it's supply and demand, so yeah.
But
They-
I
they-
was
they
Scott,
even-
Scott says I did.
I did.
Yeah.
But that's my thing though, I will spend more. I will spend to get the vintage collection to flesh that out. Now I was hoping for the Ghost. I'm hoping the HasLab is the Ghost.
Oh,
I'd be
with the Ahsoka
almost as
series
happy.
coming, it makes sense, dude. Like, yeah.
I would almost be as happy with the Gauntlet Starfighter if they did that with the drop troops and all that. I
That'd be
think that
cool.
would be
Uh,
awesome.
I actually think there's probably a better chance of that, only because, well, no, I guess size-wise it'll work, because the Ghost is about the same size as the Falcon, right?
Yeah,
Would
well,
they do
bigger.
Bigger,
bigger.
you think? All right, so at least fatter. Does he think
Yeah.
it's bigger too, or just taller?
It's just thick.
I think it's thick. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a double
It's a chunky
cheeseburger
boy.
instead of a single.
But you could
So-
you could get the entire Ghost crew as the add-ons.
Yeah.
The
I'm looking at
stretch goal,
the-
you could have everybody.
Look at the Razor Crest. It looks like probably like the height of it is probably the same, but like double, like how like it's almost 3 feet. It'll probably like 3 feet in the other way too.
Well, I mean, they've done a katana, so I guess nothing's off the.
Okay, so
Nothing
we got it.
else
We got a line talk here. If all you guys are down for getting a vintage collection Ghost and the pit, please jump in too. And we get stretch goals. Say we get 4 stretch goals. What do you guys want to be the stretch goals?
just the crew.
No, I don't think so. I think the crew would be great, but I'm as an inbox collector, I don't necessarily want the crew carded because that's what's going to happen. They're going to release them all carded, and then I'm going to be like, damn it. Now how am I going to get the rest of the crew? I want electronics. They have not really gone with electronics on any of the HasLabs yet, except for the Hiss tank that's coming. I want, for Star Wars at least, I want electronics. So yeah.
I agree.
I
How
want
about the Phantom?
Yeah, that was literally exactly what I was just gonna say.
Oh,
a fully
sorry.
removable Phantom.
But the thing is with that, shouldn't that just be automatic? I was thinking about it, so they're going to make an add-on.
Should
That
be.
should be automatic.
Right, because that's
But they're going to play it like an add-on.
absolutely
The add-on should be the Phantom 2. It
Right,
should
the
come
2,
with the
exactly.
Phantom. It should
Both
come
of
with an
them.
add-on of the Phantom 2.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be
Good
cool.
idea.
Yeah.
I think a Jason Syndulla fig in there would be a badass ad because you're not going to get him anywhere else.
Carded,
right?
yeah.
That's what because that's a great answer, Chris, because that's what HasLab uniqueness should be. Something
Yeah.
that you're not going to get and something else.
Yeah.
So I agree to that one. That is good because how else could you get it?
Yeah.
I would see the crew, but so standard wise, like God, I would think that would automatically be a standard would be electronics and having the detachable
You'd
one.
think.
you would hope.
You would think, but if they make it as
if they want
as
to
a thing like
successful like the Hiss tank. The Hiss tank sold really fast because of the electronics was the base. Wasn't a stretch
Correct.
goals. It was like boom.
Mhm.
I think if you make it Jason and a Bendu, you're done. That's all you need.
Oh my god.
Because I know the ship should come all the ship should be all automatic, man. Because I can buy a Falcon in a box with electronics and shit that pops off it, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about it, it really if there's going to be a HasLab, it's going to be $400 to $500. It's got to come standard with your at least a little bit of electronic laser stuff, your deals blowing up in the back, and then the Phantom.
Yeah.
So you throw a Phantom 2 in there, like Scott said, a Jason
Right.
in there, and something again from Rebels because you're going to need to be from Rebels, and Bendu's a pretty good sized thing, and something again that's
Right.
not going to
Blind
happen.
Cane
would be pretty
It
cool.
won't, but that would be freaking rad to get that figure.
I don't think TVC ever got the blind Kanan figure, so I feel like that'd be like a really
Blind
cool one.
TVC never
sure,
got
dude.
any of them. None of the Rebels crew has been on TVC yet. So
speaking of that, since he went blind, the Rebels Pops didn't get anything after that either. They only had that first season of stuff, and then they threw in Thrawn and a couple other figs, but never the crew again.
I like where the chat's going, and some that we're saying too. I would like an accessory pack to go along with it. What I mean are some crates with Melu runs, some of the guns, maybe a swoop bike, and like Rick said, Loth cats. That would be cool.
Yeah.
So
as
one tier accessory.
If they made it like a definitive Rebels collection piece, like Ghost and
that would
all
be
that stuff,
incredible.
That would be cool. That would honestly make me like I don't do 3 3/4, but I do happen to do like vehicles and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I like them, and that would really make me go like, all right, if I'm doing that, then I can have all the crew inside the Ghost itself, but like a definitive Rebels thing.
Taking the ship and juicing it up further, and knowing that it can get juiced up, but you didn't quite make it, it just makes it crap, right? So just start that juice, and then like you said, world build Lethal around it.
I agree, man.
Really cool.
And and if with that, see, that's it. I'm expecting a $3.99 price point minimum.
I'm in.
Minimum. Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. I would think that during the announcement, I would hope to say that, okay, the HasLab is the Ghost, right? And I hope precursor to that is the next wave of Vintage Collection, the whole wave is them, is the crew that that you're getting, right, in Vintage Collection form. That should be the smart way to do it. And then the HasLab is the Ghost and have these different tiers of that. So
what would
no
be
matter what.
What would be really cool, what I would love to see is I would love to see a carded crew and a polybagged crew. That way you could have your inbox collectors and your loose figure collectors taken care of in one swoop.
See,
that'll never happen.
But
no, that'll never happen.
No.
But that's how we think.
What were you saying, Jackson? You broke up.
I said Fett did have a really good idea, but the biggest issue is that he used his brain like a rational human should, and they won't do that.
Because they want money and lots of it.
Yes. So we haven't had a trivia question in a minute.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, speaking of Rebels, I got 2 more for Rebels. Since we're in that talk right there, definitive Rebels. Does anybody remember what Chopper's droid number is? The complete
C10P.
Number?
Wow.
C10P.
Almost.
Oh, it's almost, because it has to make it H. It's CHOPC. C1-0P.
Well, it's C1-10P.
C1-10P.
C1-10P. C1-10P.
Very close.
Okay.
The 1, the dash, the 1, make the H.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Wait.
And then,
C1-10P.
C1-10P.
Yeah.
So
C1-10P.
C1-10P.
Yes, because the 1-1 have to make the H for chop.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just the 10P is throwing me off when we say 1. I was trying to think of it in my head.
Well, the 1-1 makes the H.
Yes. Okay.
0P. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So, oh no, that's the wrong one. What does Sabine give Ezra as a birthday present?
Hey, now.
That's coming up in the live. That's in the live action when they see each other.
That was the wrong Rebels that you watched.
Oh, it's the one I downloaded.
I remember you sent it to me. Yeah.
It's a picture of his parents. It's a picture of his parents.
There you go, Jacob.
Ooh, good job.
Ding, ding, ding.
She was like, "What is
Sabine
this?" Yeah.
We're going to a convention and they're having the whole Rebels crew there.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, we're doing press at it.
All right, let's see here. Let's move in off of that. This is an easy one, of course. It's a softball one, but maybe I should skip it. I don't know. But in the first episode of The Mandalorian, Mando's mithril bounty mentions trying to get home for which holiday?
Boba Fett.
Life Day.
Boba Fett is Life Day. All right. This should go. Here's a Return of the Jedi one. I don't think it's on tomorrow's trivia for our social, but which of the following things did Yoda did not say to Luke in Empire Strikes Back? Slimy mudhole, my home this is. You must unlearn what you have unlearned. Told you did he, unexpected this is and unfortunate.
That one. That's
Wars
Return of the Jedi.
not make
Yep.
one great.
Yeah, third one.
This is the third one because that's in Return of the Jedi.
Right. When in doubt, always guess C.
Unexpected. This is.
Unfortunate that I know the truth.
Unfortunate. No. Unfortunately, you must rest your faith.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. This is a tough one, guys. I pulled this from EU.
Yeah, right.
This was my go-to. Oh, yeah, right. This is my go-to question a long time ago before Disney took over and everything. So let's see.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
see anybody with the book here.
Is
What
this
was
the
the
Darth Maul
storm?
horn? Oh, sorry.
No, that's All right.
That's the last one. Is that coming up?
yes.
later?
To always end with how many horns on Darth Maul's head. Yeah. That was the. All right. Who was the stormtrooper that said the memorable Star Wars quote? "Look, sir, droids." We're looking for a name of that particular stormtrooper.
TK421. I'm just gonna
No.
No. We don't talk about him, by the way.
TK1138.
No, he's got an actual like first and last name.
Bob Johnson.
Joe
Yeah.
Biden.
Joe
Tag.
Biden, very close.
Rick.
I tell you what book it's from, so you guys can Google it. It's from the Tales from Mos Eisley.
Oh, I'm not that involved.
I don't have anything near me to look stuff up on. I'm using my phone right now.
Okay, so it is Davin Felth. Davin Felth is the name of the
I was gonna
stormtrooper.
say.
So Joe Biden, Davin Felth, very, very close.
Yeah,
Very close.
you can see where I got it mixed up.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's see here. Oh, complete this Han Solo quote.
Oh boy.
There isn't enough life on this blank to fill a space cruiser.
This ice cube to fill a space cruiser.
Yeah. Ice cube. Nice.
I thought rock.
Yeah. Let's
Go
see
ahead.
here. Okay. What does R2D2 say the odds of survival for being out in the whole night on Hoth
Oh man,
is?
720 to 1.
I have multiple choice.
Oh, was that not one of them?
It's close. Very close. You're
Oh,
You're
I am
close.
off. I am off because it's close to that because 3,720 is asteroid field.
That's
That's asteroid
It's
field.
7 something. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The choices are 835 to 1, 3,720 to 1,
Definitely no.
725 to 1.
That's it.
Or 550 to 1.
See.
725.
When in doubt.
I just remember it's very close to 3,720 to 1. It's close to the asteroid field. as
right.
far as-
Yeah.
The 700.
Nice. I'm looking at you, chat. I know we're a little bit of a delay, but yeah, Iceball, Rick Jones, and Cliff was like, well, he was known to be wrong from time to time.
Right.
So is it really
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
725 to 1? So
He was
Chris
the
could have
one.
been right.
R2's just Doctor Strange, just sitting there looking into the future.
All the possibilities.
How many do we win? One.
What was the name of the town where Cobb Vanth was marshal?
Mals Pelgo.
Or Freetown eventually.
Freetown. That's the
Eventually.
dumbest name ever.
It is dumb, yeah.
Until
What was
somebody
the-
takes him
until-
over.
I can't wait until
Yeah.
Lucas remakes it, and when they start showing Freetown, you hear, "Won't you take me to Freetown? Won't you take me to Freetown?" It will be done. Watch.
Oh yeah, it'd be special
McClunky.
edition with yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What was the name of the planet where the unnamed passenger, popularly known as Frog Lady, was hoping to find her husband in the Mandalorian?
Oh,
Oh.
The name of that planet.
Hold on.
Tarsk.
There you go. There you go. It's Trask.
Trask.
Trask. Yeah.
Yep.
Trask
I
is
literally
correct.
just rewatched that too, so I was like, no.
And how many horns on top of Darth Maul's head to finish off our? So funny. Anybody
Yes.
else besides?
He's gonna go count.
He's gonna go grab
Is it 11?
I think it's 11. Let me see.
I think it is
I thought it
11.
was.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna guess 9 for the sake of being someone different to guess a different number.
It's supposed to be 10.
Okay.
I thought, Marco. Is it not? After all these years.
But is the
2 on
black
top,
figure
8 around?
accurate to the actual character?
no, it's 10.
It's 10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like Chris and I used to do Trivia Pursuit and all that stuff, and that came up, and that's what stumped us. I think we were tied, right? Like this whole time or whatever, and it came up was like,
it's still the hardest question because you're like, it could be 10, could be 12, maybe it's 11.
Yeah.
Shit, was it 13? And we do that every time. And it's like every time.
725. 725.
725. That is just
porcupine.
Yeah, every time we do a trivia, just that question will always be in the mix. Okay, so for future chat and Pit and everybody, 10 horns on Darth Maul's head.
Remember that for next year.
We're going with 10.
It's a good nostalgia.
All right,
script on it. So, all right, guys. Go ahead.
Did you guys see the big brouhaha on the internet the other day about Boba Fett and Tamora Morrison and his comment that he made that was completely tongue in cheek?
That son of a bitch.
Everybody's like
publicity stunt.
Yeah. So I've got the quote here. He was at Supernova Comic-Con gaming convention. And he says, "I was supposed to be in the Mandalorian season 3, but nobody rang me. I was waiting for the phone call in New Zealand, waiting and wanting to give up." And then he says, "The Mando guy stole a few of my chapters, and it was painful watching him turn up with some black new lethal sword. And the way he turned up in my book of Boba, he just destroyed everybody. I'm sure this guy is ruining my show, but I couldn't say anything. I'm not the writer, so I have to bear witness, I guess." If you guys have ever seen this man actually talk, he's very sarcastic. He's very jokey. He likes to have fun with the crowd, and he just likes kind of likes the sound of his own voice, but he's a cool guy, and he likes to make jokes, but everybody is taking what he says and running with it.
And it's because of that last sentence. It's because of that last sentence right there. That's it. Because if he left it off that and just kind of like, laughed it off, whatever, everybody would taken it as that tongue in cheek, but it's that, well, I'm not the writer, so I guess it is what it is. And that right there, I guess it has to be taken in the tone and expression. You had to be there for, is he really serious? Or was he like, well, I'm not writing this. So,
tone doesn't come across in writing, right? Especially when the writers can spin that however they want.
Exactly.
You turn that into a quote without the proper context or expression, and it becomes 100%. A news story.
Well, let me ask you this: joking or whatever it is, do you agree with that statement?
Nah.
Yes.
No.
I knew already would.
Yes. And I don't know why you guys are mocking this and making fun of it. It was in the official monthly Boba Fett fan club letter that he sends out to me. I decoded in the bathroom myself.
Ernie has that tattooed on his forearm.
Yeah.
That whole thing. He just got
the
that.
Hot Toys just showed off Palpatine. It's gonna be like a new thing. Hold on, there's that. It's him in the throne room from the Clone Wars, so it's based off the Clone Wars appearance. Crimson Collectibles on Instagram just posted.
Now that's hot.
It's the red robes.
Is it Hot Toys or is it Sideshow?
It's the Sideshow Hot Toy. It's like the posable figure, dude.
Oh, there's a difference. There's Sideshow and there's Hot Toys. Yeah.
Because I was asking, because I got these things, and I think they are far better than Hot Toys, the animated ones. Just because they're absolutely dope, and I want more to this line. So I was like,
"It's a Hot Toy."
You can't see it, but like even like the faces of it's freaking awesome.
That's so cool.
Nice.
What is it on?
Well, I'm on Yak Face right now, looking at it.
Oh, Yak Face has it too. Okay.
Yeah, and Clone Commander Fox. Yeah,
Fox. Oh, Fox got revealed. Oh my gosh, it's hot.
And Darth Sidious.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening live.
Well, he did the fives, but that's okay. Fives was right.
Nice.
Oh man. So I think we're all in agreement, though, that it was just a joke.
There's always truth in there's always truth in humor, right? I mean, I'm sure he probably has some sort of like.
He's playing off the fans. He's playing off the internet stuff and playing off the haters, and that's it. 'Cause he didn't exactly come out and blast the show itself.
No.
He did say he got nerfed. Oh, I'm saying earlier he did say he got nerfed, and he basically did need to come back with badass Boba Fett. So that made it easy, and these guys need to learn that that are on all these shows, right? That everybody's going to run with it. So the fact that he said that before, which was absolutely 100% true and cool to say that, hey, you know what, we nerfed him down, we'll bring him back harder, he needs to come back to the way he was. Totally cool. But then to throw this after it is what gives everybody else kind of license to play around with it.
He's almost like playing off a rivalry like between like Boba Fett's badassness and Mandalorian's bad. But like
tough stuff, man. And I was a Fett fan. I am a Fett fan. I love Boba Fett. But you can't play off that right now because Mando took his spot. Sorry.
Did you guys see the Katie Sackhoff might have leaked Book of Boba season 2?
Oh, really?
No.
So she was on this podcast the other day. You might have seen clips of it because while she was on the podcast, she was saying that 2% of people that watched Mando season 3 wanted Bo-Katan to sit on their face. So there's
I saw that. Yeah.
So that's what that soundbite's from. But in that podcast, she was saying lots of people don't realize that the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba and the Ahsoka show are all the same show technically. Right. And then she goes, and through these multiple seasons, we're extending the show. And then one of the guys was like, wait, is there going to be a Book of Boba season 2? And then she just kind of went through the multiple seasons. So she did a Patrick where she kind of just was like, and then continued on. So, and plus on our show about 6 months ago, I found this leaked because I'm on the Star Wars Leaks Reddit page all the time, just combing through it, seeing if there's anything cool. There was a picture it was from like a Disney meeting, and it looked as if there was a Book of Boba season 2 logo on like one of the itineraries. So I do think
that was on the was on a China poster, or so I forget what leaked, but there was a thing about Boba Fett season 2 coming soon. But we're all sure that's coming, and we all know these are all connected now, right? This Mandoverse is Mandoverse is now Heir to the Empire at this point.
Yeah,
that's what's going to be. So.
And Ernie had to step away because obviously all this talk about season 2 of Boba Fett.
I'm going to get the text later.
Giving him palpitations. There he is. Oh, you okay, man?
It's my non-disclosure agreement when you guys are talking about upcoming seasons. I just don't want to get in trouble. So, yeah.
We had to deal with NDAs for Obi-Wan, actually. Because we can talk about it because we talked about it on our show. But if you are familiar with Rex and Around, he was in Kenobi, and we had him on a chat, and it was like, you cannot tell anyone because you're the only person I'm telling, and if it gets leaked, I'll know it was you. But he told us ahead of time that he was going to be in Kenobi, and he was working on stuff for it, and he showed us his like jacket for it, but he's like, but it's a $10 million NDA violation if you tell anyone.
Wow.
And like we were like, what? And so like for months we were like, oh my gosh, we know he's in Kenobi, and then like we were waiting for every episode, and then it finally happened.
Mm-hmm. He even told us that he was in episode 5, so we were just sitting there going like, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's just like, I get to shoot stormtroopers, but that's all I'm gonna say. And then he's standing like right behind Ewan McGregor, and I'm like,
nice. See,
Yeah.
it's like we guys do a show. It's like we want to talk Star Wars, and having some sort of that like little bit of tidbits. It's hard to do something.
You got to hold it in, but
we always look at Ernie.
You want to shout it to the world.
Yeah, we always look at Ernie as like, just everybody watch Ernie's reaction when I say this. You know what I mean? Like, if Ernie's just like, just blank stare to the screen.
Yeah,
we're on to something.
Ernie, don't blink. If this,
that morning was the most time I've been the most scared is when I was like so excited and I sent Chris that stuff, and then I got the hour later of, bro, I don't think they showed it, and I was just sitting there like.
Luckily, it got out pretty quick. So
But still, I was waiting for that morning. I'm like, oh, all right, I can share this with Chris. And then
it was Thrawn's face because they didn't show it to all of us, but the people there got Thrawn's face. And
And I knew
I have that picture in my camera roll right now.
Yeah.
And the background and everything that trailer was, like I already knew. And then I was like, oh, yeah, cool. And then I got that in the afternoon of, I don't think they showed it. Oh, wow. Really? Don't say anything.
I want to have more people that have been directly involved with Star Wars on our show. I feel like that'd be really cool. Because the closest thing we've had was Rexing Around, and then we also had Mark Thompson, who's the voice of Thrawn and all like the audiobooks. And I was on Cloud 9 that entire episode because I'm an audiobook guy. So
he did an ad for us at the end for
as Thrawn
in Thrawn's voice.
Yeah, he did one for us because we talked to Scott beforehand and we mentioned that we were having him on, and then I was like, That's a great idea. So we have a soundbite of him telling of Thrawn saying, "Go buy some 1313 Fire merch," and it's a great soundbite. We're just waiting to use it on something.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, we ran into him at Celebration. We kind of we're like, hey, he's like, oh.
Why are you here? And why are you talking?
Why are you guys? Yeah, who are these guys?
No. He was our first guest. Actually,
Yeah.
our first big guest that we ever had on. That was when we went on YouTube. So it was low quality, is what it was. We had to get that juice back. We actually need to have him back on again now that we're.
That's right.
Out,
That's right. Because we're gonna run the gambit again. So Scott, I mean, I think this is a good time to reveal our guest for next week. I know some of you have already guessed it. Our big guest, who's coming back on our show, is Dr. Pershing himself, of course. Omid Abtahi returns to the Sarlacc Digest next week. He's agreed to come on and spill all the happenings of Dr. Pershing, what's in the future of it. He sent us season 4 script of Mandalorian. No, he didn't do that.
And suddenly he cancels his appearance.
So it's his last appearance.
Son of.
But no, Omid is so gracious enough, to keep in contact with us and everything, and so he's coming back on, and it's going to be live. So you're going to get your questions in,
and then we'll pitch to him while he's on if he'll come on with Paul and Chris at the same time, so we can have the Mando reunion.
So. We're gonna have how about they just take over and we'll just be in the pit? That'd be
they
awesome.
They can ask us questions if they want to.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Just one of us sitting in the shadows here, running it. making sure that all the pictures pop up at the right time. But just 3 Star Wars guys as the Sarlacc Digest. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll be the.
That'd be awesome.
Partner.
But so Omid's coming back, guys. So get your questions in, get your thinking caps on, all the stuff. We'll see what he reveals and his experiences, of course, on the season 3 and having his own bigger. I saw a thing today on Dr. Pershing himself. How it's he's the catalyst. That he bigger than what we've been speculating. His research and everything is bigger. It's gonna be this huge plot point moving forward. So it's gonna be great to have him reprise that or see where it goes from there. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. So so it's gonna be live. We got him here to hang out with us. So we'll promote that again before we sign off. But speaking of getting things early, I know Ernie has seen Visions season 2 already, which drops.
I've seen Visions too. I got this 1/8 of mushrooms once. I've seen that.
You saw it a couple hours ago.
It drops in 2.5 hours from now tonight, midnight.
Nice.
And Ernie, what can you tell us about it?
I enjoyed it a lot more than season 1. It is very good. Look at the way that Visions is written in this one. I can say that. And that should give you a hint on what this season revolves around. There is a lot of different. I put it in my stories today. I don't know why they didn't release this one like that, but I found it was on Facebook or Twitter. They showed where each of the episodes comes from, because this time it's from all over the world. This season, which I really enjoyed that a lot more than the last ones. I'm not a big anime guy or anything like that, so there was a lot to the last ones where I felt like it was kind of weird, but yet I also want some to continue. You will want some of these to continue. There definitely is. For the 15 minutes to 18 minutes an episode, they really grab you from your heart to your Star Wars feelings to everything, and get you on emotional level for that quick of an episode. These were all done very, very well.
Nice.
And it made me want to continue them one after the other, to where the other Visions, I saw a couple, came back to it, saw a couple later that day. So I hope it's the same for you guys.
How many episodes are there
to watch? 9
stories. 9. Okay.
How did you get to see it early?
I'm on another show called Boba Squadron that I do with Kevin Toying Around, Yoko McCann from Rock Love, and Paul Sun-Young, Carson Tava. Yeah. Wow. So that's another show that I do over there. And Disney sent us the screeners early to review, and that show will be on tomorrow on Toying Around.
Dude, that's
look up
awesome.
Boba
That's
Squadron.
sweet.
And you'll see our full review tomorrow for May the 4th. And thanks for Disney for sending those out. Greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, it was really cool. How is Gordon? Amazing. The fight scenes, amazing. Choreographed, storytelling, really good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It
Even
really
that
is
little
Big Fury.
trailer that they dropped I was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
All of them.
You know
The
what I mean?
posters
Like,
are great.
I'm excited.
The posters are spot on for the character stories, all that they've released. If you're a Wallace and Gromit fan, they do an episode in there,
Yeah.
which was cool. And
I
that
did
was
see
the
that.
most, it was the most outtaken of not what the other ones are about, but it was nice to throw it there in the middle and chuckle and laugh and have that one. And then you get back to the whole season
Nice.
2 vibe.
Yeah.
So it was good. And there was one very dark episode that
Wow.
made me go, whoa. Yeah.
All right.
And you do feel a certain type of way of it. But then there is a lot that actually wants you to continue.
Cool.
There is a episode that you're going to need to turn subtitles on for.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because it is
I do it
all-
anyway.
Yeah,
all
these guys.
so do I
have
do
to
too.
remember to do it,
But
yeah.
some don't, and if you don't, it's just going to play in the language, and so you have to put on the subtitles yourself, which was very cool. Again, a great experience for all these different 9 episodes that were done by all different companies. So after seeing season 2, I would really want another season 3 to happen with different stories, and then I would hope for a season 4 of continuations from 1, 2, and 3.
Right. That's what
Yes.
Facebook user. I don't know who this is over there.
Probably Scott Williams. I'll go double check real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Scott
So
Williams,
does it build off
No.
any of the first season? No. So this is
No.
completely independent,
Completely different.
stories from the other one. Like you said, maybe a
Yes.
season 3 could bring some of those. And
No,
Or do
I
another
hope a
3,
season
you're
3 is
saying.
another different, and I hope season 4 then could give us 1, 2, and 3 continuations.
oh, I got you.
Like close them all off in a 4th season.
That would be awesome,
Yes.
right? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
They probably left probably 3 from the first season, 3 from the second, 3 from the third. Because there's only probably 3 from the first that I give a damn about anymore.
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
that left room for continuing, and probably do the same this way. That's cool, man. Because I wasn't too hyped about Visions. I was pretty critical of it. Right, there were like 3 or 4 I dug, but the rest of them were just as long as it's not what we talked about before, where it's a story like the anime story that was a straight already existed. It looked like they threw a lightsaber in their hand and called it Star Wars. As long as it's not that, I'm cool. Right? Give me some cool stories, visuals, and fights and story. I'm straight, man. So,
Yeah.
I think I was more excited for this season of Visions than I was the last one, because something I'm learning more and more is everywhere in the world does movies, film, and everything completely different from the West.
100%.
And I think getting those perspectives from different cultures and different ways to like show and produce a film is another like way of expressing the fact that film isn't just a product, it's an art form. So I'm really, really excited for this season. I remember I was sitting in my car with the stream on for Celebration. When they started playing the trailer, I was screaming. I was like, yes!
Nice.
So, no,
I do have
super
a thing
excited.
with these one-offs and things that aren't canon coming out new. I don't love it, right? That's kind of my thing, because I like the EU stuff. I mean, it's not what I study anymore or get into, but I can dabble in there. But
Yeah.
new
Our
things
headspace
coming.
is-
Yeah, new
is
things
Disney
coming
canon.
out should all be canon. So I still have a little bit of issue with Visions not being canon.
Because how do you
I don't
talk
know.
about it? Like how do you
Yeah,
talk about
like
other
where-
than saying that was cool, right?
Like,
I know
where do we put it in
there's
its place? We put
Yeah,
everything in its place, and where does it fit, and how does it affect the grand universe and all this, the schemes and all this? And you can't do that with Visions. It's like, that was rad.
Right.
I'll take another story. I don't dig on that. But if you start playing, well, how about this? Since we haven't really talked Star Wars, where do you guys land on World Between Worlds and causing like a multiverse effect and time travel and stuff in Star Wars? Where do you land on that?
I don't think it's
feel like that's the meaning at all for it.
Yeah. I don't think
I
it's necessarily like a multiverse effect or necessarily time travel. I think the world between worlds exists as kind of like in the way of Marvel, a nexus point where everything's all coinciding and happening all at once, rather than branching off into multiple different universes and what Marvel does. I think it's just it's the apex point of time in Star Wars, but that doesn't branch off from everything.
But the
Because
problem with
we
that
see it
is,
as-
wouldn't it
it's
not branch off and
manipulated.
everything? Because I can manipulate it. He pulls Ahsoka into it, which
Yeah.
means they can go, and he almost pulled Kanan, right?
Mhm.
So you can literally go into these or go out of these and affect
It's
the
like you
future
can
and
fix
affect change.
things and
Yeah, and that's a little Flashpoint
yeah.
problem, right? So I don't want it, is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's done,
Yeah.
we're done with it forever. I'm
having it
hoping.
exist is fine, but
Yeah.
that be able to tap into it and like I said, change or not even change the future. It's like pulling in like Ahsoka, like we're assuming Ahsoka died. We don't know if
because
really
they
or
were
whatever.
seeing things in the past, present, and future, right? In
Right.
the world between worlds, like you said, it's a nexus, right? But he's hearing Rey. He's dealing with the future. He's dealing with even when he heard the original trilogy characters. That's the future.
Yoda was
You
talking
know?
to Luke and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so
It's
yeah.
really hard to deal with, and I just wish they had never brought it up. Is my
Yeah.
kind of my thing there, because talking about this came there because talking about the what if with Visions, I just hate that it could even potentially ever
yeah.
mix. It's too confusing for this fandom.
I think
feel
that
like
it
it
was
serves as a
it
lesson.
was a
Okay.
exactly. It was a one-off. It was a location. It was a place where he learned. You know, he had to put. He couldn't think about himself. You know, he couldn't manipulate. He couldn't change things. He couldn't
was a
give
life
into
lesson,
that dark
yeah.
side. It was a life lesson, and then it was done. The place was destroyed. I think that's it.
Hopefully that won, right? But
I'm
Palpatine knew
hoping.
it was there. Palpatine was in the back door because he knew he could rule things with it. He could
Yep.
change things. He could manipulate things, and that's a problem. Which means because you could also pull people back. He could go back and stop Darth Bane from doing whatever he needed to do if he had access to this, you know, or go back and do things with Revan, or bring these Sith Lords, or kill Yoda when he's a baby, you know.
But you know, that's maybe that is what makes Lothal so important in the grand scheme of things. You know, like Tatooine is important for just no real reason whatsoever, but everything seems to happen on Tatooine. Maybe Lothal, it was that focal point in the galaxy because of that location.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have there's something in it because I had just revisited that whole sequence in Rebels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra pulls Ahsoka out. Ezra says, "Come with me." And she says, she's like, "What is this place? What am I doing? Whatever." And it was obviously the fight in Vader. She says, "I can't go with you." And then he goes back to where he came from. She goes back to where obviously where she was pulled out from. How does she know that? Like, how does she know that I can't go with you? And then we fast forward. Now she appears at the last scene in Rebels, like she's there. So there's a lot of there's weird stuff there that I thought that it was Filoni's way of getting Ahsoka back in the mix, or she could have just survived her duel with Vader. You know what I mean? It didn't.
She
need
did.
That,
Well, they showed her walking away after that episode, so
Yeah.
it wasn't even like they didn't even need the World Between Worlds to show her alive again. She was in that end of that episode.
I like the World Between Worlds mostly because that's one of the things that Rebels does that no other Star Wars project does at all. It deepens what the Force is. It's more than just levitations and midichlorians and everything's kind of binded together. It gives us the fact that there's apex points in time through the Force. There are beings that are like the white loth wolf. It exists primarily through the Force as a connection to the planet.
Right.
So it's like, I like that about Rebels, and I love that about the World Between Worlds because it deepens what the Force is. Because the Force, everybody's known about it since the 70s. It's just, you pick things up, you can shoot a torpedo into a giant space station and blow it up. But it deepens what it truly is and what it can be, which makes me excited for the Ahsoka show because Dave Filoni is writing every episode.
Yeah, that's true
and
too.
his little list of things to watch before this comes out is World Between Worlds. Yeah. So I'm hoping that, and not necessarily it comes back, but I hope we get some more depth into what the Force is.
Yeah. Either Dave Filoni has an idea that we haven't tapped into as far as he has don't worry guys, I got all this. You know, Chris, you're don't worry, we're not going to make this a we can actually save Darth Maul from being
there have to be consequences. There have to be consequences. And Worlds takes away consequences.
Like I said, the Ahsoka got pulled out in the world and she went right back. She couldn't go with Ezra. She for some reason couldn't. I feel I can't go your way. I have to go back the way I came in. And then all of a sudden she pops up at the end of Rebels to go and find Ezra. And so there's something in there that like I said, we're confused and maybe we're just not asking the right questions. We don't want it to be a Hollywood trope of like, or not even Hollywood, a comic book trope of of
I don't want the snap didn't matter when it came down to it.
Or
right?
every comic book cannot kill
a
character. It's like they always come back. It's a tool of always bringing somebody back, and I understand like what you're saying. Like it is like I always look at it like the Force was always moving. Like Yoda, that's where they tap into, and Luke's all the vision.
That's
of
how I
Cloud
see it.
City.
Always in motion.
It was the world
future,
between worlds that they tap into. To have those feelings, the future, the past, the present, all those things, and
but when they physically manipulated it,
that's the problem. Yeah, that's where it's like becomes fuzzy. It's where you can go in there and then pinpoint something in time and not necessarily change your course of action, but you could pull somebody out into your quote unquote multiverse. Because if you went into like Yoda's thing, then you're in his world, and you pulled it into your world. It's just a very, very not convoluted, but a very dangerous thing with Star Wars that
it makes it messy, and I'd rather not have that discussion.
Yeah. So a nexus point, that's great. Let's just leave it like that. Like that's what I'm hoping.
But they have to be. You're talking about the Nexus untouchable events, right? Like the untouchable events. This is a permanent spot in time you can't mess with. Like was in Loki. Right, those are the points where in time you can't screw with. Yeah, I get if those are the things you're seeing there, and that's one thing maybe. But how about this? She pulled him out. What happened to the time frame where she pulled him out? I don't want to get into it now. I'm just wondering.
Well, like I said, Vader's Vader's sitting there. He got pulled out. Like she disappeared in front of his eyes. Like did he see the portal or whatever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like now he's like, okay, Ahsoka just disappeared. I didn't kill her. I don't know.
He's still
like
alive.
We can go through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But that's not the point. The point is, I just want to see World Between Worlds. But it sounds like you guys are cool with it. Even if, I'm cool with World Between Worlds existing, but how about manipulating it? Yeah. You're okay with manipulating it? Or
I'm okay with not manipulation on like a large scale. I think because that's like what the Emperor wanted to use it for. And that's why it kind of gets destroyed in the end. I think for the existence of it being as the perception of the wills viewing all time at once makes a lot of sense for what the Force is, and the fact that if it binds everything together, where's the point where it's all binding at? Is it just like one big rubber band attaching every single little thing together? It's all going to come to a point, and the World Between Worlds, in my opinion, is that point where it all connects.
Remember, always in future, always in motion. The future is too. So,
but it is weird.
You got it.
You just out Yoda'd Yoda.
Yeah.
Always in.
But I got it right.
Stroke, having stroke.
Yeah, I just had a minor stroke on air, so don't worry about it. So.
Yeah, but I was always cool with the physical representation of that, as from that speech that Yoda gives about far away places you'll see friends long gone. That's I'm cool with that. It was pulling Ahsoka out and putting her back. Yeah, that was my issue.
It just like I said, it opens up from that world of like comic book, and you never killed Captain America. You never killed. They always find a way to come back. Superman never really dies. It's like never definitive because they always find a way, right? And they could do that with Star Trek. You can't do that with Star Wars. Time travel and all that stuff. So. Yeah. But anyway.
Sorry to interrupt.
But okay, and look, they asked again about live action Ben. Dude, you
die. So
sorry.
Well, my
say that again, Jackson.
is about to die. There's no more outlets near me at all. It's also past midnight in my area, so I'm actually going to start.
No problem, guys.
Right now,
we're wrapping this up anyway.
Jackson.
So, well, thank you so much, Jackson and Jacob. If you want to stick around till we end, or you guys can take
I'll
off.
stick around.
Cool. Thank you, Jackson.
Like I'm
1313 podcast. Go check it out. Support those guys. Thanks, man.
All right.
Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you so much. Love y'all.
Bye, Jackson.
We'll do this again. We'll definitely do this again.
So
fun.
Gordon was asking, could we possibly see a live action Ben do? I think we absolutely will. Since we talked about it earlier, and I think the last season of Mando there, when that creature came up from the rocks, when we thought it could be maybe a mythosaur in the last episode when they were kind of going over the thing.
That would be awesome.
He was completely stone looking and everything, right? I'm all, man, that would be a cool looking Bendu if they would just do that. It works. Why not? Especially with Filoni doing this.
Yeah, Filoni, like I said, here's the thing, it's like we might be like, he set all these things up in Rebels and we're going off and we're doing their theory crafting, but he might have this complete different understanding. He's just probably like, just wait, guys. Just wait until you guys really understand what the World Between Worlds is and all these things. Just like we kind of like theory craft do we go to World Between Worlds, or is it Mortis? Is the father, son, and the daughter to have more to play in this, and that would really bring the Bendu in? You know what I mean? Like really can like get into like the mystique and the spiritualness of the Force and all of these different things, which I honestly think that's where Dave Filoni lives. Like it lives in his head more than midichlorians or whatever. It's
how
pure,
the Force works.
Pure Star Wars. Yeah,
and I could see that would make sense. Even the World Between Worlds as a seeing that a bit, the Bendu, the whales, right? Or the Purgles.
Purgle.
It makes sense. He's going big into the Force on this one. So
yeah, big time. Oh, dude, I cannot wait, guys. Honestly, I cannot wait. But at the same time, I want to marinate.
She was on Mortis. I would. Oh, she doesn't remember Mortis, does she?
No.
Damn.
Kinda. I mean, she's got the bird that follows her around. That's the sister spirit.
She remembers Mortis. She doesn't remember being possessed. She doesn't remember being taken over.
That's what it is.
That'd be a cool figure to get in the Black Series.
I mean, Dark Ahsoka.
Yeah. We have new Force users. We have orange sabers.
Yeah,
this is gonna be huge.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna get mentioned. Is what I'm hoping. The Mortis arc. My point was, since she was there, I hope she kind of brings that into the lessons and the overall Force discussion they have. We'll have
Andor had the stone tablets of the
Oh, they sure did.
Hand
they
signs.
Sure did.
You have the mural of
And Andor was before that, which is weird.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it?
Yeah.
Andor was before that scene by a while.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
destruction of the portal.
That was we were within a year of A New Hope there in the last season of Rebels. We were within a year, right? Andor was 5 years.
Yeah, there's some continuity issue then, right there.
Just a whole different wall.
Is it? That's what I was going to say.
A whole different wall.
How many different portals are there?
Because there could be pictures of. There could be more temples like that. They're connected
100%.
to the Wills.
Because that's the one who called. That's the one that called to Ezra, and it changed to the rebel. The portrait at the end. You know what I mean? I had that thing. That's the one it called to Ezra. So yeah, you're right, 100%. So, but the fact that it all ties into that Mortis, the father, son, and a daughter thing would be so cool to experiment more. And especially if that goes all the way back to the dawn of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Like that tie it in.
That'd be cool.
Now,
could you see Bendu in that one?
Yes. Come on. Yes. But remember, and that whole Bendu thing was like, I know more than you, dude. Like you're the little petty skirmishes of the light and dark, whatever. I know he had that attitude of like, dude, this is nothing compared to what the really like what I'm about or what the Force is. And the Bendu was kind of like over arrogant in that point. So it was very
well. He was just they're holocrons. He could give a shit about them. They're little demon toys to him, right? Just open them up as he pleases.
Yeah.
He knew about past, present, and future. He's like, wait till you see Kylo with the shirt off. Like, he knew everything.
It's the best part of the saga.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I want to thank the 1313 Star Wars podcast, Jacob and Jackson, and Tommy. Right? I mean, he's still part of it, right? You just like you got a job now, you're gone.
No, he's still a part of it. The only problem is that he's gonna be working odd hours. So
I
probably
hear you,
he's gonna be doing mostly reviews over the summer.
Cool.
So.
Well, cool, man. Like you guys keep it up over there. Honestly, like you've made fans out of us, and we follow you guys, and I think it's cool that a younger generation than us, mid 40s talking Star Wars our whole life, that you guys are into it as much as we are, and that makes it gives us hope. It really does gives us hope because you guys are very knowledgeable what you do. You're passionate what you do, and you're collectors, and you get this. You get it what it means to be a Star Wars fan. So,
and he has a Chimera tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, geez, that's solidified right there.
Yeah,
you guys match. It's
Thrawn supremacy.
I have the Thrawn. I have your Thrawn bust right there too, right behind me.
Mm-hmm. My biggest kind of like this is cool thing I have for Thrawn.
This is that scene from what is it, Step Brothers? Are we best friends now?
Yeah, we become best friends.
That is awesome.
Ascendancy Book 3, the collector's edition. There's only 750 copies of these in the world, and signed by Timothy Zahn.
Nice.
What number is yours?
I don't think they're numbered. Let me check.
It should be in the back because Chris has number 2. Just so you know, I'm just letting you know.
And his is signed in Timothy Zahn's blood.
I have the what do they call it? The unedited one, the proof.
Unabridged.
The proof, the one they sent me to review was unedited. It wasn't released. It wasn't released yet. I handed it to him. He's like, "How'd you get this?" I'm all, they sent it to me, and then he signed the inside of that one for me. He's like, "This one's not even edited."
That's cool.
My goal is I want to get all the Throns to sign this, so I want to meet Lars Mikkelsen, have him sign it, and I want Mark Thompson to sign it too because I love him.
Nice.
Mark Thompson's voice and cadence is actually the best Thrawn. It's better than Mikkelsen's, honestly.
Yep, I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Yep. I feel like Mikkelsen is faking Mark Thompson.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
Exactly.
It's weird listening to the old Heir to the Empire audiobook though, and everybody's just talking like a British accent.
Like this.
Yeah,
this is weird.
Yeah.
And how they would say Coruscant, because it was new back then. Remember, that was the first time they ever said It was Coruscant.
Coruscant, yeah.
Yeah, they would say it wrong. There were a couple things in there. They would mention things that we had never gotten to yet in movies or film or TV or anything, but they were saying things completely off base. I'm like, wow, this is crazy to hear years later. Pretty neat stuff. Or they didn't, and you never hear the word Sith. It's all back then. It was Dark Jedi.
Dark Jedi.
Yeah, Sith didn't exist yet. I love that series. I'm gonna go revisit that again.
Hey, Fig Fury, if you ever get back into SWTOR, look me up on a Satil Sean server. Darth Butcher is my name. Look me up, man. I'll get you in the guild. I just had to throw that out there. I locked eyes with a fellow SWTOR fan. Like,
we've never talked about Jedi Survivor, and it's been out for
not yet
2 episodes of ours yet.
Has
anybody played it?
The absolute millisecond before I joined this call, I was playing Survivor.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
It is easily making its way to one of my favorite games of all time. It is really good.
Nice. I have to get through this week because this week is just we had so much going on. So, yeah.
Sabersmith was about to lose his mind in there if we didn't mention mention Jedi Survivor.
I know Joey's playing it. I know that we'll get into it and we'll absolutely do a breakdown of it.
I'm 2 planets in. I'll get through it and do a review on it too. But
the story takes such a turn that I was not expecting whatsoever, and I love it.
Cool.
Those in the pit, we need more super chat so we can get a PlayStation 5 and play it. Thank you.
We'll take turns.
We'll review it. Yeah.
I literally bought the new Xbox only to get Survivor because I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold off. I still have the Xbox One. I can play the games I want still. Yada yada yada. And then it was like Survivor's next gen only, and I was like, dang it. So I sunk an entire paycheck into an Xbox, and I'm like,
yeah.
Cliff is playing Survivor right now. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody in the pit or anybody in the replay crew watching this now get the edition with the saber and everything added to it? I've only seen a couple online. Yeah.
No.
Did you get it? You got the saber?
Like the different packs?
No, the Cal Kestis that came with the saber.
The physical saber?
The physical
No,
saber.
I didn't buy the collector's edition. I was too broke.
Yeah.
I got
just got a whole like a $500 Xbox.
Yeah.
I can't buy both.
Edition.
Yeah.
I didn't even buy the extra skins. I'll earn whatever.
Just base is going there. Yeah.
I just go in and button mash for the story. I just want the cutscenes.
I did a photo because I'm a film major, so it's like I did a photo shoot for some engagement photos on the side, and that paid for Jedi Survivor, and then my main job paid for the Xbox.
Priorities, nice. Well, you got it. This is why we like you.
Hustling for Star Wars stuff. That's right.
Exactly.
I'm going to this is kind of cool. The college I'm going to right now is the same one that Dave Filoni graduated from.
Oh,
beautiful.
Oh,
got to get yourself a cowboy hat. Just throw in there, just like, oh, look at this guy. Thinks he's Dave.
Yeah, there's in my classroom, because all around the studio kind of area, like that building for like the animation and the live action, there's like movie posters of things that people have worked on. And there's a Mando poster in the hallway. There's a Rogue One poster in my classroom. Cool. There's an Avatar: The Last Airbender poster upstairs. And I'm just like, someday, one of my things is that's my goal. Is if Dave can do it, so can I. So
that's right.
Yeah, you get that unexpected call from Dave, just like he got it from George Lucas, and you'd be like, "Who's pranking me?" And it's actually Dave on the phone for Jacob. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But hey, your movie debuts tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's only 1 minute, which because it was just the project parameters. But hopefully, I have two more things cooking in the pot I'll share one with you guys. There's this idea that I have. It's whenever you fight with lightsabers, like with a friend, like grown up or anything, or like LARP or anything like that, somebody always hits somebody's fingers, and it's usually like the end of the fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, how funny would it be if it's this totally serious lightsaber fight, and they're just cutting off each other's fingers, and that's all, because they're only hitting each other's fingers. So, but it'd be kind of like they're holding their sabers. There's just blood pouring out of their hands. They're down to like nubs and like 4 fingers and thumbs, and they're just holding the sabers like this.
This is a good competition. Scratch. Like it's all armor but their fingers. You know what I mean? So it's like you only can hit their fingers. That's funny.
Now I'm just floating the saber with the force.
Yeah.
Stop using full force.
And it's like a point system. He's down to 2 digits. He's down to 1 digit and a thumb.
I call no handsies. No handsies.
No handsies.
It was funny though, when we were filming the thing that's coming out tomorrow, I was using an ultra saber just because you can beat the crap out of those. And my buddy, his main thing is he collects the Galaxy's Edge sabers. So he had a bunch of like those like on standby just in case we needed it, and I bent one of the ultra saber blades. So I was like, okay, we were going ham.
Yeah.
So I was like, can you use like one of your blades? He's like, yeah, man, no problem. We broke one in half, clean in half.
Damn.
There's a part
of the Disney Park blade.
What?
The Disney Park blade?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good to
know. There's a part where he's wailing on me, like how Luke wails on Vader in Episode 6, where he's doing this, and he just went like bow, and it just went donk and hit me in the head. And I was like,
no one can say that you don't bleed for your art. So there you go.
They get crazy with it. Nice.
He missed a mark one time, and I hit him in the head, and then he was using the Darth Vader hilt, and it has like that weird like black lip that comes down from like the emitter. And he cut his hand on it, so he's bleeding like majority of like the time.
Oh my god!
And we only had one day, and we had 2 hours of daylight to do it, so we literally shot it like all in like 2 hours. So we were just like going as fast as we can, going take after take after take, just doing over and over and over again. So it was a lot of fun, and I'm proud with how it came out for being like my first fight scene kind of thing. I'm really happy with how it came out.
I'm excited to check it out.
Very cool, man. Well, good luck on that. You know, in the future. Endeavors there. Yeah,
finger force flick move.
That's good.
Not supposed to talk about that. Rated PG-13, guys.
PG-13. We're already at the limit, right at the cusp. All right, so let's wrap this up here. I just want to remind everybody to tune in next week before we have Omid Abtahi come back, Dr. Pershing himself, to kick it with us live in the pit. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, our tomorrow, if you're watching this now tomorrow, and if you're watching a replay, it's already even happened. But we have our May 4th social, May 4th, and this is just what we do, guys. So I'm hoping that everybody gets a chance to do something for May 4th, even if it's a marathon of Star Wars or just watching Return of the Jedi. Because of the 4th anniversary, do something for Star Wars Day. It's our day. It's our day. They can't take it back. So.
That's
with
right.
That, so I'm going to kick it off to Ernie to get us out of here proper. Thank you, everybody in the pit. Thank you, Julianne Fernie, for that super chat. It's always a pleasure. It's going to a good cause. Trust us. Our mics are getting better as we speak. So,
Jacob, where can we find you at?
You can find us on YouTube at 1313 Podcast. Link is in the description right now. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. We have a Twitch, and I was going to stream Jedi Survivor until Microsoft put a lock on it for the first week. So I'll probably my second playthrough of it. I'll be streaming that, but I was streaming Fallen Order, but like leading up to it. So yeah, make sure you check that out, and then you can just find me on Instagram 1313 Jacob.
Awesome. Very cool. Definitely, everybody check that out. Again, the link is down there in the description. And again, thank you for being here. Also to the whole crew and everything. Thanks for the support and love. So Pitt, make sure you guys share that as well and go subscribe to all of their social media and spread that love for them as well. And good luck on your project and its debut and everything else to come.
Thank you.
Don't forget about us, as we'll still be here while you're making those movies.
We will still be here.
Yep.
When you need extras and you want to make the first fat Mandalorian, I'm your guy. So I will be in there.
That's definitely my plan. is like if I can get my hands into one project, every person I've ever known is gonna be in like a shot or something.
We're old. So we might need stunt doubles because we get hit in the head with the lightsaber, it's over.
Oh, my hip.
Yeah.
I got one shot at it. I'm swinging.
Yeah, we can each take one shot. It better be a good multiple camera angles and get that shot in because we're.
I will do one good flip and one good swing, and you're gonna get that shot. But you mess it up.
And that's
it.
He might be in traction afterwards, but you're gonna get somebody.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes. For sure. So, guys, again, happy May the 4th. Thank you for being here tonight with a little taste of the trivia. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow if you're in the IE area, Southern California, San Bernardino County. Follow directions to the social and join us tomorrow night. Bring your $10 toy for United Way because all that counts, for during the year. Like, it just doesn't have to be during Christmas time. Things are needed all the time. I mean, and even if you go buy something that's on clearance, still counts as a $10 toy. I mean, that's a good way for us collectors too, that if you don't, when you see those things on clearance and it's like $6 and you're like, oh, I don't need it. Remember during Christmas time or any other times, it helps those in need. So make that purchase and make a kid happy or a family or anybody who needs it. So we definitely like this. It's our 5th year come out. We're going to have great prizes, drink specials, there'll be food, music, everything. Show up and we guarantee a great time. In the morning, though, if you have to, and you've already done watching this, go check me out with Boba Squadron as we give a full review again to Vision Season 2 with Kevin, Yoko, Paul, and myself. And that happens on Monday nights on 20 Rounds channel. If you need more toy news, They're Not Dolls. I'm also on, and that's on Thursday nights at 8:15 on the Toy Migos. And we'll be going over Star Wars stuff and like that as well, too. And then all social media, follow the Starlight Digest, 24/7 Star Wars talk on our Starlight Digest Central on Facebook. And, of course, Twitter, Instagram, everything there. And those 1-minute toy reviews that Scott takes care of very well and has everything up. I know I saw somebody put up there for a grand tour of your collection, and maybe it might be time to update that
thing, Scott,
it
changes monthly, so
exactly, that's what I'm saying, and put it up there for sure.
If I could walk more than 2 feet in there right now, you'd get a brand new video, but it might be a little bit. It might be a little bit.
So he'll work on it, Santo.
I'll work
everybody
on it,
else
Santo.
who wants to see it
coming
sure.
soon.
But
announcement
until then,
of the announcement coming soon.
Catch up on all of those 1-minute toy reviews and all of our extra content. If you are new here because you came over from the 1313 podcast, which we thank you, welcome. We have tons of stuff for you to catch up on, not only just our Wednesday night shows, all the reviews. We have some extra stuff thrown in there. You can catch up on old Hot Topic podcasts by Grand Admiral Franz himself, where he gets very technical with things a lot. We have great different special editions that we have on there, and a lot for you to check out on the replays. Please subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and come join us for a lot of cool content. Also, if you are a figure collector, tonight's episode is sponsored by Tashi Station Emporium for all your figure stand needs. Very, very cool looking figure stands. You have Star Wars walls, G.I. Joe displays, blood displays, any type of action figure that you collect, they have you covered at Tashi Station Emporium. Right now, put your order in, use the code Sarlacc Digest and receive 10% off your order. And I don't know what you can give away free this time. Maybe a piece of Marco's beard? I don't know.
Oh, it's everywhere in my house. I'm sure
that's
I can
what I'm
gather
saying.
up. Yeah,
it's probably in there for sure. So go use that now. Only on May the 4th.
Some people have already gotten it unexpectedly. Sorry about that. It is my
without
beard.
even using the code. Yeah.
Just random, just to get people to use the code. So.
And then don't forget our next week's episode. It's going to be very exciting. Tell your friends. Next week's episode is bring 2 friends with you.
Yes,
to
check
it out. And you have to let us know who you brought. When you jump in the pit too. So there you go.
Also, if I may say before we close up,
yes,
please check out our Instagram, because we are doing a giveaway. Technically today, later in the day, we're giving away the Entertainment Earth exclusive Order 66 pack with the 4 clone troopers. We are giving away the single pack first edition Mandalorian in that white box. We are giving away a Snowy Mando, and we are giving away a Tarkovsky Mace Windu. So yeah, please check it out. It's probably one of the biggest giveaways that we're ever going to do until we hit 1,000, which is actually coming up really soon. So
nice,
awesome.
Dude. Nice. Yeah, definitely. I'll have to get that. I know I put the YouTube description. Before this ends, I'll put the Instagram stuff in there.
Sweet.
For you too. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I guess let's call it a night. With that, Scott.
Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, and keep it nerdy, everybody.
Woo-hoo.